Hi. So today's class is going to be focused around how we can find our center, how we can find the ground and amidst the chaos outside. So beyond all the physical benefits of yoga, this is to me is really the crux of the practice for me. Because it goes beyond and it is so good at helping me find the center. So let's begin. It's going to start with a short seated meditation. So coming to a comfortable seat, you can rest against a wall behind you if you like. Closing down the eyes, just resting your hands on your knees, just allow your arms to feel relaxed. Just taking the first few moments here to just acknowledge the first few reactions of coming into this pose, into this practice. Just noticing the first few things you notice. So it could be the sounds around you that's heightened a little bit more because your eyes are closed. Could be your breath that's a little bit clearer. And you could also sort of notice where your mind is going, what your automatic mind and self-talk is at this point. Just noticing and letting it go. And of course, how does your body feel? Maybe your lower back is not feeling like it's in a good position. You feel like you might want to move. Your neck's feeling a little sort of not up for having your head resting on it. Nice and tall. And just giving yourself permission to make any little adjustments you might need to. Just notice what it is that you need to do to move, to just help yourself get into a more comfortable seat. And then we begin to connect to the breath here. Just feeling your breath, natural free-flowing breath in and out through your nose. Trying not to alter the breath in any way. So just observing it almost like a third person. The breath is this one of the automatic physical system in your body that we are actually able to control. So it's this amazing sort of bridge between physical and your mental body. So although we can alter and amend the breath, see if you're able to do it, to not do it. Just merely observe. Just the rise and fall, expansion, contraction. And then from the breath, begin to notice your body. Noticing which parts of your body that's a little bit more obvious to you. Noticing your spine and how tall you can make your spine without feeling tension. And then from here, I'd like you to bring your awareness to your base. So in the lower half of your body and all the parts that are touching the earth. I want you to just feel that connection with the earth here. That center of gravity, if you can find it. Usually it's around between the sit bones. So just center your awareness and feeling your body just drop down into the earth and letting gravity just catch you, pull you towards the earth a little bit more. Feeling the support of the earth underneath. All this time you're still breathing. You're still expanding and contracting with each breath. And feeling the pull of the earth down. And from the base of the spine, feeling that energy rooting you and anchoring you into the earth. Feeling a lift through the spine, out all the way through the crown of your head, towards the sky. So your spine is long and spacious and lengthened. Your whole body is relaxed, your face is soft, your shoulders are relaxed. And your lower half is really sort of grounding into the earth. And this is your whole body, just sitting, breathing, positioned on this planet, anchored down through gravity. And your spine reaching towards the sky, towards space. Feeling a sense of wholeness here, just sitting with the breath. Inviting you now to bring your palms together in front of your hearts. Feeling the skin touch skin as you begin to rub your hands together, getting a bit of heat into the palms. Deepening your breath. Beautiful. And then we're going to just rest our palms onto our eyes. And then just, if you like, giving your face a little squeeze. And just going around your whole body with your hands. Just acknowledging your whole body with a bit of self-touch, self-massage. Giving yourself a squeeze, your arms, your belly, lower back, your hips, your thighs. Caressing your calves, your knees, maybe your toes. Beautiful. And then you're going to just rest your hands on your knees as you gently open your eyes. And just taking in the room around you for a bit. And seeing if you're able to just rest your eyes upon something that is actually nice and comforting. Like something that feels sort of soothing. Maybe you have a window that looks out to the trees, or maybe an object in your home that feels really nice and reminds you of to calm down and stay centered. Very nice. Thank you for just staying with me with that short meditation. Let's begin to move. So just easing out of your seated position, let's come onto all fours. And actually, we're going to have our tops of our feet pressed down to the mat, and you're going to sink back towards your heels. All right, so, and if this is uncomfortable for you, you can even come up onto your toes, and this gives you a bit of a toe stretch, or you can keep as cross-legged, but just maybe change the cross of your legs to get a bit of balance. Otherwise, from here, feeling your spine nice and tall once again. We're going to inhale. We're going to float your arms up towards the sky. As you stretch your arms out, just as we did before in seated meditation, anchoring down and feeling the groundingness through the hips, through the lower half, as we reach our crown of your head to the sky. And then we lift our arms up, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Deep inhale, and then exhale, just lowering your arms back down. Beautiful. Just two more times, synchronizing breath with movement. Inhale, Reaching your arms up to the sky, lengthen up, belly in, maybe a lift through the heart, and exhale, down. One more. Inhale, reaching your arms up, and then exhale, we're gonna walk our hands forward into a child's pose here. So just allowing your whole upper body to rest over your legs, dropping your forehead to the earth, to the mat. And if you don't get that, that's totally fine. You can even sort of make a little pillow for your forehead to rest this way, stacking your fists. And then from here, just inviting a soft rocking side to side through the hips, breathing into the lower back. So this is called child's pose if you've not done this before. And for a lot of us, this can feel really soothing, really calming. It's sort of like coming into your seed, coming really close in here, and just sort of like, getting all the outside world to just go away for a moment. Just coming into your shell. One deep breath. In through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. On the next inhale, we're going to come all the way up to all fours. So fingers nice and spread, wrist shoulder width apart, and knees hip width apart. We're going to begin with some spinal warm-ups, cat-cow. So on the inhale, just gently drop the belly, drop the chest. Just a gentle lift through the chin. And then feel your whole front body like a hammock, and your spine is just getting a bit of space through the front side of our body. You're welcome to just sway side to side for a little bit here, just to gently get movement into the body. And on the exhale, when you're ready, you just draw the belly in, tailbone tucks, chin slightly into the chest. Staying for as long as you need to. Once again, you're allowed to just gentle, sort of swing side to side here. And on the inhale, come back down, cow pose. And on the exhale, slight push into the mat as you curl into a cat. And we flow between these two poses. Just using your own breath as the rhythm, alternating between cat and cow, between the inhale and exhale. And the whole time being really, really closely connected to how your body is feeling through the whole length of your spine. Just begin to get really acquainted with how your body feels. And you can even sort of like just focus on the areas that you'd like to spend a bit more time. So for a lot of us, it will be our lower back here. My lower back always feels really tender. So I'm just being very gentle as I move from one pose to another, and not making sure not to, have any very strong jerky movements, and just really get smooth. Real nice and gentle through the whole spine. Just one more set. On the exhale to curl. On the inhale. Lengthen up. And on the exhale, just coming back to a neutral spine. Very nice. All right, from here, we're going to lean over onto our left knee, and we're just going to float our right leg up behind us. So this, with full awareness, begin to do a couple of ankle rotations here. All right, so now we are on 3 limbs instead of 4. And what does that mean? Where does your weight need to be shifted to? Make sure your belly is nice and drawn in, and don't let your belly droop down. And that extended leg is just nice and engaged and alive. Very nice. You're going to come down, lean over to the right, and mindfully lift the left leg up behind us to stretch. And then just do a couple of ankle rotations. Keeping the breath flowing. Let's not hold the breath. And it's interesting to start to notice, did you automatically held your breath in when your leg was meant to like do something active? Good. It's coming down, left leg down, leaning over to the right once again, and this time, to the left, and you're going to extend the right leg up. This time, make sure your belly is drawn in. Go ahead and counterbalance with the left arm reaching forward. And then we just add the wrist rotations and ankle rotations here. And the breath is flowing once again. Your whole body is nice and relaxed. And you're engaging the parts of the body that needs to be engaged. Not overly engaged. Check your face, check your jaw. One more breath. Come on down. Change sides, leaning over to the right. We're going to lift our left leg up, belly in, and then counterbalance. Slowly take your right arm forward, and an ankle and wrist rotation. And if you just don't want to do any ankle wrist rotation at the moment, that's totally fine. Just take it at your own pace. What's important is that you are consciously breathing through your nose, long deep breaths. And your whole body is feeling like it's doing the pose and not just the arms and, feeling whole and not disjointed. Beautiful. Coming back down. Let's take a wide knee child's pose. So let's bring our knees slightly wider, maybe almost mat distance apart. Sinking our hips back towards our heels once again. Exhale. Just allow your whole front body to soften into the earth. Feeling the gravity pull you down, acknowledging the earth. And then slowly we're going to come back once again. We're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to go into this pose called downward facing dog. Bring your hips high into the sky. And just allow your heart to soften towards your knees. Keep your knees bent and you can pedal your legs back one at a time. And if this is the first time you do a downward facing dog, just sort of like get the feeling of it. You're upside down, your whole upper body is sort of like coming to a forward bend. Your hips are pointing high into the sky. And breathe. You want to get your back as straight as possible. Your knees can be bent, but try to keep your spine nice and long. This is a really wonderful pose to get a bit of respite for the spine that's always, in either like upright position, and it's never getting this wonderful sort of release from gravity, this decompression. One more breath here, down facing dog. Gorgeous. Let's bend the knees and we're going to slowly walk up to the front of the mat, mindfully placing your foot. Come to hip distance apart. From here, keeping your knees nice and soft, we're going to just inhale to halfway lift. Placing your hands on your shins or fingertips to the earth. Either way, roll shoulders away from the ears, your spine is long. And on the exhale, taking a dive into a standing forward bend, Uttanasana here. One breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Knees bent, almost having your rib cage resting on your thighs. Okay, your knees can be very bent if you need to. Just want you to feel a sense of letting go, a sense of surrender here. You're opening the lower bags, getting nice and broad. And this pose is just so good to feel like you need to come back to yourself, or you need a bit of closing in and release, a deep releasing pose. One more breath. All right, we're going to get ready to rise. Let's actually do one inhale, halfway lift first. And then exhale, fold.
We're going to come up all the way, so press your feet down to the mat. Keep your knees soft and bent. Engage your legs and inhale. Come to rise with your arms all the way to the top. And exhale, hands down to your heart. Beautiful. Let's take a couple of breaths here in Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, so your feet about hip distance apart. All right, I'm just going to face you in Tadasana here. Feet hip distance apart. Roll the shoulders back and down so your shoulders are relaxed. Closing your eyes, and as we started seated on the floor, we're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to feel the ground beneath our feet pulling us down to the earth. And with that pulling energy, there's a rebound out through the ankles, the knees. You're feeling the energy come out through the hips, and then the spine, and out through the crown of your head. So I won't list all the technical, physical instructions for this pose. I just want you to feel it today. A mountain pose. Strong, but stable and also peaceful. Like it's been here for hundreds and thousands, millions of years. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna flow and do maybe 2 sun salutations. All right, nice and slow. From your inhale, reach your arms above your head, keep your feet grounded. Draw the belly in, maybe a little back bend just to shine the energy out through the heart. And then exhale, soften the knees, come all the way to the floor, Uttanasana. Inhale to halfway lift, looking forward. And exhale, palms to the floor. We step one foot and the other foot back into a plank pose, which looks like a start of a push-up. So we're going to stay maybe in plank for about 2 breaths here. It's a great pose to just feel a little bit of energy, a bit of heat coming through the body. But ideally what I want you to feel is the whole body is at work in a balanced, coordinated, cohesive way. So it's not just your arms, it's not just your legs. So you're going to press the top of your thighs back to the earth, draw the belly in, your heart shining forward, taking one more breath. I hope you were breathing. And then knees to the floor. Beautiful. Chest and chin come on down. All right, just wriggle our whole front of our body onto the earth. Roll the shoulders back. And then placing your hands close to your armpits, lift up to a little Cobra Pose here. Exhale down. We're going to do Cobra 2 more times, all right? So we're going to tuck the tailbone in, draw the top of your feet into the earth. Inhale. Cobra. And exhale down. And just one more. Inhale. Lifting through the heart and exhale. Coming down, tucking the toes under. Inhale to your hands and knees. And then exhaling to downward facing dog. Have your knees slightly bent once again, and if you need to, just go ahead and pedal your feet out. And in downward facing dog, you can even kind of do a little twisty side to side thing here, if that's where you feel like you're going with your body. And your head is relaxed, do a yes and a no. One more breath. Then bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, stepping or walking to the front of a mat. So you can walk slowly or you can do the 2 big steps like I just did. Inhale to lengthen forward. Exhale, once again, Uttanasana, deep forward bend. And then with strong legs, inhale to rise. Reach your arms above and exhale, hands down to your heart. Beautiful, that's 1 slow sun salutation. Taking one more breath here, in. Exhale, release. And we go again. Inhale, reaching your arms up to the sky. Exhaling, falling to the earth. Inhale, ripple, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping to plank. Taking 1 breath in through plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the earth. Inhale, curling up. And exhale to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Taking just one more breath here, in down dog. From here, we're gonna just float our right leg up into a three-legged dog and then draw the knee in. We're gonna step up into a little lunge pose. And if your feet didn't get all the way, you can always place your knee down. And then just help your foot up close to your right wrist. Lovely. From here, we're going to come up, bring your hands onto your knees into a low lunge. So have our top of our feet pressed into the mat behind you. Draw the belly in, lift through the spine. And this is like our first kind of like real deep asymmetrical pose where one foot is, doing something different from another. So just become aware of that. As maybe if you want, you can just drop the front knee and get a deeper stretch to the left thigh. And I want you to keep your hips nice and square. We're not going to open up the hips, so just draw the right hip forward, left hip back, and lengthen through the spine. So feeling groundedness through the lower half and lengthening through the upper half. From here, if you're feeling secure, go and release your arms up to the sky. Beautiful. And then exhale, bring both hands down to the earth. We're going to tuck the back toes under. Place your left hand to the floor and then reach your right arm up to the sky into a little twist. If you like, you can just send your elbow a little bit backwards. Soften. Beautiful. One more breath here. Keep the back thigh nice and strong. Your spine is tall. And then exhale, right hand comes down to the earth. We're going to slide our hip back now. Point our right toes to the sky. Actually, you can step your knee slightly back. I'm going to do a half split. So from here, inhale, lengthen out through the spine. And exhale, just soften your belly towards your thighs. Closing your eyes and breathe. Keep your shoulders nice and drawn away from your ears. And careful that you're not just trying to get your head down towards your knees. Okay? So rather you have your head nice and lifted. And full awareness of the whole hip area, whatever that's going on here. Stretch on the right back of the right side of the leg. Breathe. Doing great. One more breath. Very nice. We're going to slowly creep forward once again. Place your palms down to frame your foot and then stepping the right foot back into downward facing dog. Take a moment here to just maybe check in with either side. So we've done a couple of poses just on one side and it might feel a little bit imbalanced. So then we're going to inhale, left leg floats up, left, and then exhale, step it forward, drop the back knee to the floor, and then inhale, come on up. A moment to ground, soften through the hips, but engaging through the legs, through the muscles, hugging into the bone. Draw the lower belly in, lengthen your spine to the sky. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Maybe a little back bend, sending your heart up to the sky. And then exhale, bring your right hand to the floor. Tucking the back toes under, lift the back knee off. And then inhale, left arm reaches up. Easy twist. Either stay here or you might want to soften the elbow. And it doesn't matter where you look. You can be looking down, looking ahead, or looking up. Just notice how your neck is feeling. And if your neck is feeling strained by looking up, then don't. Okay? It's important to just get a nice, tall spine. So your crown of your head reaching for the side of the room. One more breath. Good. And then left hand comes down to the floor. Drop the back knee. And we're going to slide, walk your hips back. And you might not be able to touch the floor, I forgot to say it. And if you have blocks or books or something, you can place them by the side. All right, from here, point the left toes up to the sky. And exhale, just soften down. And breathe into the stretch of the left leg here. So it's nice to just, whenever we kind of like get a short flow in, I love to just get into the lower half, getting into the legs, getting into the hips, because that's where a lot of tension always creeps into the hips. And when we stretch out all the bits around our lower half, there is this wonderful release. You can start off your day just right. One more breath here. Gorgeous. We're going to come back to center. Send the left foot back into a downward facing dog. If you like to, you can flow through a vinyasa. So that means you just come into a plank pose. Exhale to the floor, knees, chest, chin. Inhale into a cobra. You don't have to go so high if you don't want to. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Very nice. From here, we're going to bend the knees, look forward. And we're going to step up all the way to the front of the mat. Lengthen up halfway. Exhale down. Inhale to rise all the way, reaching up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Back into mountain pose. Release your hands down to the side. Connecting back to the breath and to the body. Beautiful. And we're just going to go one more time. Inhale, reaching your arms up. And exhale to fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And then exhale. This time we're going to step our left foot to the back of the mat. Left foot. Bring your heel to the floor with nice strong legs. We're going to come up into Warrior Two legs. So Warrior Two, your front knee bend, your back leg straight. Your knee doesn't go past your ankle. And your heel and your front heel and back arch relatively one line. So anchoring down into the ground here, feeling the groundedness, the earthiness coming up to meet you, the solidity. And with your tall spine, reaching up and out through your arms, taking your arms into Warrior Two. So this is a really powerful, strong pose, a very classic yoga pose. Veerabhadrasana B, Warrior Two. And just a perfect way to sort of psych yourself up and motivate for you to, just go out there and take on the world. And what I love about this pose is that you are forced to still be really anchored into the present here and now, and yet you can still soft focusedly looking at your goal, looking at what you need to do in front of you. So never do Warrior Two like this. Okay, this is not balanced. This is keep getting you out, before you're ready, trying to reach forward. So staying present, staying anchored, back leg strong. Warrior Two. Beautiful, just nice and poised. Taking one more breath. I'm going to drop the back hand, reach the right arm up to the sky, leaning back, reach, feel the right side of the body stretch. Excellent, and exhale, we're going to place the right elbow over the knee and come into side angle pose, Shavasana. So just a counter pose from the reverse, feeling the left side of the body reach. And from here, we're not going to don't drop your neck into your shoulders, so keep it a nice lift. Your legs are active, your face is soft, your breath is long. And then from here, inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale, Warrior Two. From here, we're going to straighten the front knee. And what we're going to do is we're going to do Warrior 2 on the other side. So I know that you probably have your computer in front of you. So we're just going to do the same ones. You don't have to be too worried. Bending through the front knee, anchoring down into your legs. Feeling the solidity of the earth coming up through the ankle, the knee, the hip, the spine, and then reaching your arms out, looking focused, soft focus beyond your fingertips here, and breathe. Shoulders relaxed and not clenched up to your ears, so shoulders away from the ears, your neck is long and graceful. You're hugging the muscles of your legs in towards your bone. From here, dropping your right hand. Inhale, lift the left arm up into a reverse warrior. If your front knee is getting tired, you can straighten the front knee for a bit. This is like a reverse triangle. And on the exhale, inhale, come forward. Exhale, place your elbow on the front knee and swing the right arm over. Parshokonasana. So just make sure that you're not letting the belly droop forward like this, okay? So draw the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, secure the lower back. And then you can take your gaze wherever you like. Feeling the right side of the body stretch. Your legs are active as they need to be. One more breath. And then slowly inhale, come all the way back up. Hands on your hips. And we're going to heel toe our way back towards the center of the mat. Beautiful. And you would be facing the long side of your mat. All right, from here, we're just going to come on down to the floor. So let's do this with an inhale to reach your arms up. And exhale, come into a forward fold, Uttanasana, your last forward fold of the class. So inviting you to stay here for a couple of breaths, breathing in through the nose. And exhale, releasing into the earth. And then one more inhale to lift halfway. And exhale, let's come into a cross-legged position. Come on down to sit all the way onto your mats. Let's bring our soles of our feet together into Baddha Konasana. All right, so finding our sit bones nice and even, tall spine, lengthen our heart up. And then exhale, just softly walk your hands forward in front of you. Soft face, soft jaw, soft neck. Keeping your spine nice and long. Try not to round the spine. And just coming to your edge, all right? And there's no competition here. There's no goal of where you need to be or where you need to go. Just full awareness of your body. And you notice I am swaying side to side, which is fine. Just giving yourself permission to make micro movements. So there are many, many different styles of yoga. Different teachers do it differently. And for me, it's become a very sort of soft, somatic practice where I am using the postures to feel my body, to know where I want to stretch and where I want to move and where I want to invite more fluidity and movement into for my overall sense of well-being. So in that case, it's less rigid and it's softer and more flowing and more fluid. Because, we have so much rigidity in our lives already. And what we need more of is agency and permission. Very nice. On the inhale, we're going to come all the way up. And then from here, we're going to extend the legs forward. Just give it a little shake. Okay, we're going to just do a twist. before we're gonna come down to lie on our mats. So in this twist, I would like you to bring your left leg in and right foot over left leg. So you can either do this, or you can just, what I meant is you can have your left leg stuck out and your right foot going over the knee, or you can tuck the left foot into your hip. So just take an option. Either is fine. All right, finding your sit bones nice and even, spine is tall. Exhale, we're gonna draw and bring our right hand to come behind as like a kickstand, and inhale, left arm over. Exhale, maybe just holding that knee and breathing here. Visualizing your spine as you come into this twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming into the twist. Keep breathing. And then from your inhale, left arm up to the sky, exhale, release. We're changing sides. So stick your right foot out, left leg over, left hand behind. Inhale, reach the right arm over. Exhale, hugging through the knee. And just softly at first, always gently ease into the pose. Giving full respect for your body and where it's at today. Spinal twister, just a wonderful way to just wring out a lot of tension, a lot of staleness in our physical body as well as in our energetic body. Inhaling, you lengthen the spine up. Exhale, you soften into the twist a bit more. One more breath. And then slowly inhale, coming back, releasing, and just shaking it out. Wonderful. We're going to come to lie on our backs. So just softly roll all the way down. And from here, bring your feet about mat distance apart. And you're just welcome to just knock your knees from side to side. Sorry about that. It's my dog trying to get into the studio. From here, we're just going to bring our knees in towards our chest. And then squeeze our knees in, rocking side to side. Hands on your knees, go circles in the sacrum in one direction and the other. And then from here, let's gonna squeeze into a really tight ball. All the tension is squeezing out like you're trying to squeeze the last bit of toothpaste out of a tube. And then we're gonna release into Shavasana. Just a short Shavasana here, final corpse pose. Extend the body away. The arms away from the body, your legs away. And if you like, you can even bring a little bolster under your knees. I'm just going to grab one bolster to show you, because that's just incredible for the lower back. If you've got lower back stuff, like most of us do. Placing that pillow or bolster under the knees. And I know this is just like a posture you think, it's going to be an easy one, just lying down. But it's actually one of the most powerful yoga postures there is, to me anyway, because you're consciously dropping all of your body into the earth. So find that connection through our whole body. And because our whole body now is extended and lying on our back, we're able to really
feel that connection to the earth. Drawing your whole body into her embrace. Releasing your forehead, the muscles around your face. Letting your eyes rest in the sockets and your tongue resting in the back of the throat. You're letting your whole body go evenly and fully into the earth. So finding the comfort, finding your center and dropping it down. So from here, I invite you to stay as long as you need in your Shavasana. Otherwise, it's going to be a short one. So starting to deepen your breath. Fill your whole body with all of that nourishing, healing breath. Breathe so deep as if you're replacing every single oxygen molecule in your breath with new ones. Wriggling your fingers in your toes, rotating your head side to side. You can reach your arms overhead and draw your feet together. Give yourself a really nice stretch. And from here, go ahead and roll over to one side, just your favorite side. And then slowly we begin to press ourselves back up, just resisting gravity as we go. Find ourselves once more as we began earlier. Sukhasana, easy pose. Take the last few moments here just to observe once again body, mind, emotions, spirit. Let's bring our palms together in front of our hearts. I am wishing you that you are able to find your center, to find your ground in the world of chaos and busyness that we live in right now. So with that, I bow my heart towards my head and say namaste. Thank you so much. Have a great day.